you know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
You know, I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good. And
So you was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did though.
Is what you saying?
Cause I was fighting it. But you know, like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it.
Simone Biles' husband has made a statement about their relationship and how he thinks he is the catch. This is really a Dear Simone video, but we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it, you guys.
Yes.
It's Mary.
And Amma.
And we invite you guys to like,
Subscribe,
and comment down below, you all, because recently Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles recently had an interview talking about the relationship, and he stated that they matched on Riot. She reached out to him first. She went and drove 45 minutes to go see him. We already introduced ourselves. And then also he
feels as though men
are
are always
the
the catch.
Men are the catch.
You know, so he was definitely a catch.
And apparently he had kept her
time.
waiting, took his time. That they matched. He saw that
she
she
had
liked
contacted him.
Yeah.
And he went to go take a shower and came back like he wasn't that pressed and looked again.
And then he said he apparently claims that he did not know her at all because he was in football camp and all this stuff. I personally feel like
there were some tweets
about him talking about gymnastics back in the day.
Yeah, and talking about and the Olympics specifically. Yeah. How come, you know, they have an Asian coach and all this stuff. So there were like 2 tweets that you found on him. So yeah, it's hard for me to know if he really knew her or not, but I just wondered. Anyhow, go ahead.
Anyway, but
I'll save that for later.
I feel like, and this, I know a lot of people have come out to talk about this and everything and stuff like that, and I just want to talk to Simone Biles, you know, just because I really admire her. You know, she's had a rough life. She's been through a lot, but she also has triumphed. She's become so successful. She has overcome so many things, and she's such an amazing woman. You know, and I personally, and it's not about wanting her to be single. Yeah. But more than anything, it's about being with the right person. Yeah. Who will celebrate your accomplishments, who will be there, who will uplift you, who, you know, feels like you're the catch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what this whole conversation is about.
Who
you know
doesn't go out of their way
to make you
use
feel
opportunities to even humiliate you or even make you uncomfortable.
Right.
You know, and who wouldn't take the bait? Yeah. Not that he took the bait.
Because he did it willingly.
Right, but who wouldn't even go there? Because even when the guy says, so you're telling me really that you are the catch. You're telling me that you were really feeling her like that or something.
That you didn't bag Simone bagged you.
Right, like that's you taking the bait. You know, you will kind of sidestep that. And it takes some sophistication to learn how to do that. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is look over at your wife, because this is a story that I am sure you've told before. But all you gotta do is look around at your wife and really see her, not just the grin that she's giving, but really look in her eyes to see, is she cool with this stuff that I'm saying? Yeah. And correcting yourself, like sometimes as a partner to someone else, you sometimes have to protect your partner from yourself. Yeah. You know? So like if you get really mad about something, you don't just let loose. You know, because you're not trying to break your partner. You're not trying to make them feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Your job as a husband is to protect. That's your job. Yeah. And so I felt like you weren't really protecting her at that point. You're allowing these men to kind of get you, and you were willingly saying the things that you were saying.
I also feel like the thing is, you did not really talk about how you felt after all that. Yes, Simone did go out of her way to try to be with you, get to know you, all this stuff and everything. But you never talked about, wow, once I met her, I was so admired by her. I was so shocked by how amazing she was. And I'm so proud and happy to have her as my wife. And at the end of the day, I feel like I am the luckiest man in the world.
And
but
I promise you, I realized that she was the catch.
Yeah.
She is the catch.
Like, there was no upliftment in that. It just seemed like there was no upliftment he didn't uplift Simone. And this is a woman who is the creme de la creme, who has done so much, who has accomplished so much. And I feel like
on
Simone,
a global scale.
On a global, international scale.
And she is loved on a global scale.
Yes, and I feel like she should be able to have that love. And somebody who she shares her bed with, somebody who she has shared vows with.
Yes,
I feel like she should be able to have somebody who will protect her. Even if she did go out of her way to go see you first, even if she did like you first, I would not go and harp on that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Simone,
because what are you trying to prove at the end of the day?
I feel like he went out of his way to try to embarrass her, and I feel like also there are some insecurities. At the end of the day, she probably is making more money than him. She also probably is definitely more well known and is higher in her field than he is.
Right.
And I feel like that is an insecurity for him. But I feel like also, I just don't think it's right what he did.
Right.
Because she is somebody who is admirable. I feel like the thing is with Simone, some of us women, some of us do not have the knowledge of how to date, how to approach the dating scene, and how to really see if a man is interested in you.
Yeah.
Maybe she does not have that knowledge because, luckily for me, my mom always told me, one, you should not text first, and two, you should not go out of your way, especially on a first date, to go and see somebody. You have to at least see if that man is willing to approach you first. Because you don't ever want to chase a man, because then the thing is, you don't know if he is really genuinely interested. You know what I'm saying? You want a man. Men are naturally hunters. They're naturally chasers, and that's what they are called to do as men.
Exactly.
So I don't fault her for that, because she does not have the knowledge of that.
Yeah.
But also, you have to remember that Simone, she was adopted.
Yeah.
She also was SA'd by her coach. So she is the top of her field. So
and she went through some trauma too in foster care.
Exactly. So she has been through a lot. So she also is probably really lonely at the top. She probably found this person. It seemed like he was somebody who put a ring on it and all this stuff and everything. And she has decided to be with him, but maybe she has been suppressing or ignoring the red flags that were there. Because I feel like when she posted him first, I felt like, it's probably not going to work.
And when you look at her Instagram, even to today, she has wife.
That's the first thing she has before she puts her
athlete,
her achievements, Olympic medalist.
Yes. And by him, he has athlete, then he has, I think he's from St. Louis or something.
Yeah.
And then he has...
husband to Simone Biles.
Simone Biles' wife. Something like that he says. Wife Simone Biles or whatever.
Yeah, Simone, I know everybody's been talking about it, but honestly, I just want to say you are an amazing person.
You are.
You are a beautiful young lady, and you deserve somebody who celebrates your accomplishments, someone who talks about you as if they have won the lottery. I did not get that from him. It seemed like to me he kind of went out of his way to kind of put her down and be like, oh, look at how desperate she was. Yeah. She probably has made him feel like he is the catch, because she did do that stuff. But the thing is, she didn't know any better. And also, she probably just wants to have somebody
to make you feel like you're the man.
Because the thing is,
I may be this famous person, but you're the man too.
Probably also tried to buy him, because sometimes men will feel insecure. So maybe that's also what she did. So now he has gotten on his platform as to be like, I'm the catch and all this stuff, which we all know honestly is not true. So that's where
I know that women feel like that works.
Yeah.
I remember when Beyonce first got with Jay-Z. At that time, Beyonce was more well known than Jay-Z. And
I didn't even know Jay-Z till Beyonce came, till he started dating Beyonce, if I'm being honest. I didn't know.
But Beyonce was more, her stuff was a little higher than his. And she really tried to kind of, oh, Jay-Z and this and that and all the Mrs. Carter or whatever. But I feel like men already know that they are down there when they're not as, when their star is not as high as yours, right?
Yeah.
And so when you go out of your way to kind of overpraise them, they feel like you are like, what is it? Pandering to them.
Yeah, and they don't
And
really like
and they don't like that, and they kind of hate you for it. So there's no need to do that. He knows where he is, what station he is compared to you. You guys just enjoy your relationship. You don't have to be, publicly have this extra over the top public display of showing that he means so extra much to you. Like, I don't see Serena doing that. I mean, her husband also is pretty wealthy, but I don't see her doing all of that. And you don't need to do all of that, Simone. And if you do, that's something you have to think about. Why do I have to go out of my way for him to feel comfortable while he doesn't go out of his way for you to feel comfortable?
The thing is also the issue with him, I feel like it's insecurities. He feels insecure.
does
That's why he
seem
went out of his
insecure.
way to try to embarrass her. And then to say that men are the catch.
Yeah.
I feel like
He wasn't even looking at her.
He didn't
was
look at her at all.
Nervous. He seemed to me anyhow while he was, I don't know, I don't think he speaks. He does a lot of public speaking.
I personally
but
would
he
not be
seemed very
doing
nervous.
interviews anymore with him, Simone. I would not do that.
I wouldn't be there. But I feel like he seemed to me to be a little nervous as he was talking to these men. And sometimes I feel like men okay, now I'm going to really get into a part of the black culture in a sense. I think that sometimes, I know that I went to University of Virginia and they had these, like they have the fraternities and stuff like that. And I remember, I think like the Kappas were, most of them were, lighter in complexion, lighter eyes. Those are the ones who were in that fraternity. Then you had the Omegas and the Sigmas and stuff like that. But the Kappas were known to be like, have that kind of, look, and they were considered like soft just because of that, right? So the darker the man, the stronger, like this is in the black man culture.
Because he did say, how did you, Redbone, get Simone Biles?
Right.
He said that.
So I feel like when he was in that room, he seemed to be nervous around those men himself, as he kind of seems to stutter along. You know what I'm saying? He seemed to be uncomfortable. And what I will say to him, the Owens guy, for you to be a man among men, you don't have to go around trying to prove yourself to them.
Stand in your truth.
Stand in your own, yes, be your authentic self. You might be lighter and you have lighter eyes, and maybe they feel that you're soft or whatever. That sounds like their personal problem. But be a man that honors your wife. In that, there is strength in that.
Yeah.
There is like morality there. There's a firm ground
You
to
don't have to
stand
put her
on.
down to
This
stand.
woman, exactly. This woman, you married her.
We all know who she is.
You guys are married.
Yeah.
Stand on that. That's a solid footing. And stand together with her so you guys can be even stronger. Do you see how Barack Obama used to praise Michelle Obama? He praised her so much so that as he was coming up in his presidency, because together you guys are like this solid unit. But if you all are in marriage and you continue to beat her down, you just standing here by your damn self.
Yeah.
And that's not very strong. And those men are not going to respect you anyway.
Because also
If they look at you as soft and this and that, because of how you look with all that ignorance, that's on them. You just tell them your truth. I fell in love with her. She was great. She was awesome. I realized she was the catch.
Yeah.
You know, pour life into her. You know, all the stuff she has gone through. You know what I'm saying? She had to go before the world, and she didn't want to. She was one of the gymnasts that really did not want to. It took her a minute before she came out to talk about what that doctor had done. Okay? It took her a while. So this is someone who is private like that. Like, you don't want to add to that trauma. So you can pivot and look at your wife and just say, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not protecting you. And moving forward, I'm in these interviews. I'm not going to be here trying to, like, suck up to some fools that I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even respect. I don't know what they're about, whether I respect them or not. You know? And so that's what you just need to do. Don't allow men to push you where they need to go or stun you. That's not being a man. Stand in your truth. Stand in, be your, like my mom said, be your authentic self.
Yeah.
You and Simone, you know, I really like them actually as a couple. I just do. You know, they have this laughter and kind of goofiness about them. And I feel like, you know, and I'm happy for Simone to have found someone like that. You're still, I don't know how old he is, but I really hope you will pivot and really look at this woman and know that she deserves the best of you. Not some half-ass trying to, you know, get with the boys because I'm red bone and I got colored eyes and they look down on me. Like, go check that trauma. Like, go to a therapist and deal with that. So you're not bringing it into the relationship. Any man who marries a woman who is higher on a scale up here, you got to be in therapy. You got to be sticking out Stedman, Oprah Stedman, like, to figure out how to navigate through this whole thing.
And then also my thing is, I feel like when you go there and you say that and you say what you say,
yeah,
you look a little silly, honestly. Because the thing is, everybody knows who Simone is. So for you to sit down here and say, I never knew her, which I believe is a straight up lie.
You know something,
and then for
he
you
might not
also,
have.
I don't believe that for 2 seconds because I don't even watch the Olympics. I don't even watch sports at all. But I saw it on the Shade Room. The Shade Room.
Do you know something?
I saw it on all the gossip sites. So I do not believe for one second. I don't even watch track. And I know Usain Bolt because of the social media outlets. So I do not buy that. This man knew about the gymnastics. He also is in sports. So I don't care what nobody says. I don't buy it.
He might not, but let me tell you all this, okay? I actually dated a gold medalist, right? With the Olympics. Like, so and then because of that, I started watching the Olympics, which I had never known about before, right? Yeah, okay, also I'm not from this country. But since then, I got very much into the Olympics every 4 years. So of course I knew who Simone Biles was. But I really liked like the track and field, but I pretty much watched like the 800 meters and above or whatever. Anyway, let me tell you, when did I find out about Usain Bolt? I found out about Usain Bolt when his career was over. It was done. I was stunned. I was like, and then when I found out about him, I'm like, just here on my phone, like, I cannot believe I totally missed this. But there was a period in my life where, you know, I was so busy. I had gotten so bogged down with life that I did not even have time to watch all these things on my show. In fact, I started watching YouTube, oh my God, like in 2015. And that was because I was on medical leave. So what I'm saying, I did not know who Usain Bolt was. I was like, how in the hell did I miss this? How did I miss this? But by the time I looked up from that 2008, I think when he started, to the 2016 when it was all over, I was so busy during that time. I got a divorce in 2007, and then I got sick in 2018. And that's when his career was over. And I was like, this man existed. But you see, if I had told someone I didn't know who he was, they would have looked at me. So let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Like Obama always says, I take him at his word, right?
I don't take him at his word. I personally think that he.
But even if that was the
he
case,
wants to put her down. So I feel like he is one of those men who will continue to lie.
I really hope not.
I
She
think
really
he
likes
will
him.
continue to lie about that because it seemed like he wanted to put her down. So for me, I can't take him at his word because he hasn't shown me that he is honorable at this point. So that's my thing. But I do think, Simone, you've already married this man. No one's telling you to go and divorce him. But
They're
I do
already
think
married.
you
Let's
need
see
to.
what we can do to help them stay together.
Well, I'm not encouraging anyone to stay together with somebody who puts them down either. That's not what I'm here for. But I'm just saying, Simone, I think you should watch him and observe him. And also, if he's making you uncomfortable or putting you down, just know that it's only going to get worse. People don't get into marriage and all of a sudden become a great person.
Yeah.
If anything, you get worse in marriage because you feel extra comfortable. So you have to look at the person when you're dating and see, am I okay with this person maybe declining in some things if they get married? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I am hoping that he changes his ways
Get into therapy. You obviously need some therapy,
because it's obviously an insecurity
But you
issue.
know
so
something
I hope
else?
that at some point they will, seek the help that they need. But Simone, I will not go out
Simone
there caping
also.
for
Him.
Don't go caping for him. He has said this. Let him hang. Let him, leave
Let
him
him
there.
explain
Let him
himself.
explain himself. But don't go there
You don't
trying
have to be
fix
on the
it.
internet being like, I'm still here and I got the ring. You don't have to do none of that stuff. Let him be the one to explain himself. Don't be like Kim in Love and Huntsville Marriage, coming out to explain about Maurice. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Let him, he got himself in this doo-doo. He got to swim himself out of it. But Simone, I also want you to get therapy. Because
Well,
you
they said
have
that
to
he
ask
already
yourself,
said they actually take therapy and they've taken therapy together and stuff. But he
please
needs
do it separately, Simone. You need to actually do it separately. Because you have to ask yourself, and I'm so happy to hear that you guys get couple therapy, but you need personal therapy on your own, Simone. Because why do you accept it?
Yeah.
Right? Why do you smile uncomfortably through it? Right?
Yeah.
And you have to be able to begin to articulate what makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, but we do wish them well, and I do hope that
Really do. You
I
guys
wish
are
you guys
married
well
already.
and everything.
Just
You guys
got
are already
married.
married. But just Jonathan, you should not be making comments like that.
No.
And putting down your wife. It's not
Absolutely
okay. We
not.
all know who she is, and we all love her very deeply. So
Yes.
that's why we all are. There are a lot of people who have been talking about you, but I do think it's out of a place of love and out of a place of like, as women, we realize that these little red flags, they turn into really big banners, and it only gets worse. So women, I feel like some women are collectively just trying to cautioning her. But it's all out of a place of love. So we didn't want to come on here and berate anybody or call anybody names, but it's just, dear Simone, we love you and you deserve somebody who will uplift you, who recognizes and who sees you. It will not try to embarrass you on a public platform. That's all we're saying. But no one's telling you go get divorced. But I'm just saying, if it gets worse and worse to a place where it is uncomfortable and
I
it
will
really
not
hurts
have
you.
you told Jonathan. You guys got to get to step in.
Exactly. So that's all we're saying. But we wish you guys well. We really do. And Simone, you are phenomenal. Don't ever forget that. And if you're
Simone
feeling like
is gorgeous. Like I look at her and to me, she is drop dead gorgeous. Like she is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Her eyes, her cheekbones.
Yeah.
Like her nose, everything. It's just like she's just gorgeous.
Yeah, so you are the catch, Simone, and you are the prize,
And
right?
that body that contorts in all those manners and stuff like that. Jonathan, you better hold on.
Yeah, and act right.
And act right, yeah.
But it's Mary.
And Anna.
And we invite you guys to like
Subscribe.
and comment down below.
Bye.
Bye.